YouTube? What is going down? Welcome back to another post-game recap video. I was going to make this video last night, but I just figured it'd be better if I just waited until the morning and did it. But anyways, so the Niners fell to 2-2 last night, and the Eagles ended up gaining first place in the NFC West by winning last night, believe it or not, even though they are 1-2-1. Obviously, the NFC East is one of the worst divisions in football, and a tie, you know, when Philly had tied with the Bengals a couple weeks ago, it was probably a good decision by Doug Peterson to do that, just for the simple fact that a tie is really, in all reality, better than a loss, especially in the NFC East. Other than that, I do not like the NFL's rule at tying games, but that's not what we're here to talk about. The 49ers fell last night, just collapsed. It was a terrible game. Now, the game started off with a quick 3-and-out from both teams. The Eagles came in and instant 3-and-out. The 49ers, instant 3-out. And then, you know, it got to where the Philadelphia Eagles started moving the ball down the field, utilizing no names. The Fulgham guy, Luke Fulgham or whatever his name was, that had the touchdown catch on Dante Johnson. Who the hell is this guy? Like, how are you going to let a guy like Fulgham, a no-name, score a touchdown on you? But I'm going to get into that. But I'm not trying to backtrack. So the 49ers ended up being down early, 8-0. The Philadelphia Eagles scored on a touchdown ran from Carson Wentz. And the 49ers then Philadelphia ended up going for 2 on the touchdown drive by Carson Wentz. They ended up going for 2. They got it. They got the 2-point conversion, which made the score 8-0. And then the 49ers come down. We end up scoring on a hell of a run by Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk absolutely hurled this guy for a touchdown. It was definitely a highlight reel play. Brandon Ayuk is something special. I've been waiting to see him play all season, kind of get more into the mix, game by game. And man, it just seems like Kyle Shanahan is utilizing Brandon Ayuk the same kind of way that he utilized Deebo Samuel his first season. Doing the end arounds, the short routes, the slants, the posts. And the thing with, Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel is those guys can get open. It's not hard for them to get open because of their speed that they have. Therefore, I thought, it just makes Brandon Ayuk and Deebo better players overall, especially, with them being as quick as they are. But Brandon Ayuk had an absolute highlight play. If there's a couple things we could get out of this game, it's that George Kittle is back, and he's looking great, and it doesn't look like that injury is anything to him. And then the other thing is that we got to see really more of a glimpse of what Brandon Ayuk is capable of. I think them two had hell of games, and I think that that's a couple of the positives that kind of came out of the 49ers losing last night. But other than them two, I thought on the defensive side of the ball, Arik Armstead and Fred Warner had hell of games. Now, granted, Fred Warner had a couple mistakes as well. On that little passing, or that little 3rd and 1 that the Eagles did where they threw it to Miles Sanders. I believe it was a blitz called by Robert Saleh, but all linebackers came up, and it was literally just a little screen play to the left. No linemen were in front of him. It could have easily been stopped had, Fred Warner or somebody kind of dropped back and played on the running back. But at the end of the day, man, it is what it is. Those are not mistakes, or those are not, mistakes that I'm worried about because, because of Armstead and, Fred Warner's skill and their ceiling. So I'm not really worried about them, but let's talk about the offense and Nick Mullins. So I thought Jerick McKinnon had a great game. I thought all in all, Jerick McKinnon ran the ball very, very hard. I love Jerick McKinnon. He is the exact make of Kyle Shanahan's like perfect running back. Jerick McKinnon had a great game. Brandon Ayuk, Debo looked great as well. Kittle just, I don't even have to talk about him, dude. He's the best tight end in the league. You expect things from him. I had him on my fantasy squad last night. I started him. Thank God he was back. He put up 40.1 points. Now, this is a PPR league, but still, 40 points. And it brought me back, and I actually ended up winning because of Kittle's big game. So, Kittle's Kittle. He's going to continue to be a monster on the field. I don't expect anything less from him. I kind of expect him to do that week in and week out. And maybe not 183 receiving yards, but when he's run blocking, he's killing the game. He kills the game in all aspects, and that explains why he's the best tight end in the NFL by a mile. Now, obviously, Travis Kelce, there's a lot of tight ends great in the league, but George Kittle's on a different level. So anyways, Nick Mullins played terrible. If I had to give Nick Mullins a grade for this game, it would be an absolute F. He failed. Now, through the first half of the game, I didn't think Mullins was playing that bad. I thought, you know what, it's a Sunday night game. He's in prime time. He's probably got nerves on him, especially considering the fact that Nick Mullins is actually a free agent next season. This is the last year remaining on his contract. And I'm sure Nick Mullins was pressured to play good because of maybe his market next year. Maybe he wanted to see if a team could pick him up. I don't know. But he just looked awful. He looked the complete opposite of what he did week 3 against the New York Giants. And, at the end of the day, the 49ers needed Nick Mullins to do one job. He had one job, and that was to carry the load against 2 very poor teams until Jimmy Garoppolo got back. I didn't think that would be that much of Nick Mullins to do. I thought that was a fair kind of switch off. Nick Mullins gets to play in his final season of his contract to kind of showcase what he can do. Fair. But Nick Mullins played god-awful. He did not play any way, shape, or form of good. Now, granted, I just see my dad on the road, but granted, Nick Mullins is a fourth year, fifth year quarterback, something like that. Like, I get Nick Mullins, he's probably, I can understand why there's pressure going into that game. That's what I'm trying to say. But, I just think Mullins, he just lost his mojo. And like I said, when he had one job, the 49ers, that's what I was saying. I kind of lost train of thought there. But when the 49ers are playing the New York Giants, and then they play the Eagles, who are just as worse as the Giants, if not, maybe just about the same as them, you have one job to play average at best. We didn't even ask Nick Mullins to play, out of his mind. I just think he was overthinking a lot of shit. He made a lot of throws that were complete overthrows. He missed a touchdown pass early. I believe it was in the second or third quarter, I think. But he missed, actually, I think he missed a couple touchdown passes last night, from what it looked like at least. But yeah, just missing targets. He just didn't play good. And it sucks because this was a game where if the 49ers could win in any way, shape, or form possible, we could be sitting at 3-1. Jimmy Garoppolo, if Jimmy Garoppolo does not come back this week, I don't know what the hell is going to happen because, Jimmy G's got to come back this week. I thought he would come back last week. He didn't. Surely to God, Jimmy G is back next week against the Miami Dolphins. But the worst thing about the whole situation is that the 49ers are 0-2 at home, and that's not good. That is not good at all. We lost to the Arizona Cardinals, whatever, they're a good football team. But the Arizona Cardinals have lost 2 in a row to the Lions and to the Panthers. So I don't really know what the hell's going on with them. I don't know about their identity. I don't know what the hell's going on. But they've lost 2, we've lost 2. Because they beat us, we are last in the division. It goes the Seahawks, obviously, they're undefeated. The Rams are 3-1, and then, Yeah. That's right. The Rams are 3-1, and the Arizona Cardinals and the Niners are 2-2. So this division is tough. It definitely is. But at the end of the day, I mean, look, Nick Mullens has got to play better. That is a piss poor performance, and the Eagles had multiple people out, and he just did not play good. So this game, I blame it fully on Nick Mullens. But this is the thing. Yes, we had backups in, but just like JD with Hawk Hater TV, I'm going to give him a quick shout out here. One of my favorite Niners channels to watch, if not my favorite. Super good videos. I'll link his channel in the comment section down below, or in the description box. But hell of a YouTuber. Just go check out his channel if you guys don't know who he is already. But he actually said in his post-game video, and he made a very good point. The 49ers had people out, yes, 100%. We had injuries. But the people in our division, or the players on our team, have been in this system long enough and understand this system enough in order to secure wins against piss-poor football teams like the Philadelphia Eagles team. That's fair and square. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or about it. We have to play better. It is what it is. I'm not going to blame this loss on, Jimmy G being out or anything like that, because we should have won. But the thing is, these players on our team, we have a good enough depth to know that, we can win football games with the depth we have, considering, they've been in the system long enough and they understand, how it works. So it's nothing on that. You cannot blame that on that whatsoever. But what do you do? We fell to 2-2. It is what it is. I really can't say anything other than we have to bounce back, and we have to win the next 2 weeks. We have to beat the Miami Dolphins at home next week, and we have to beat the LA Rams on Sunday Night Football in San Francisco the week following. So we have back-to-back home games coming up. Like I said, Miami Dolphins next week, and then the week after we have the LA Rams on Sunday Night Football again. So we have to bounce back big time, especially we're at home. There's no reason why we should lose. We have Deebo Samuel back. We have George Kittle back. We have Jimmy G, I would hope, is back next week against the Dolphins. No reason we should lose the next 2 weeks. The offense is back and healthy. I don't know what else could go wrong. But I don't know. I think this team will bounce back. This was, at the end of the day, Nick Mullens was a dud last night, and he's the reason we lost. He threw a critical interception in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes to go when we were down by 4 points, 18-14. He threw a I'm talking the worst interception, no bullshit, I've ever seen a 49ers quarterback throw. That was terrible. That was awful. The worst thing that happened last night was obviously Ziggy Ansah tore his bicep, and he will be done for the season. Complete blow to our team. Obviously, we already have Nick Bosa out. We already have Solomon Thomas out, and other people like that. But Ziggy Ansah tears his bicep 2 games into a 1-year contract that we just signed him, a couple days before we played the Giants last week. So that doesn't help us at all. But at the end of the day, I think we'll bounce back. I think it's just kind of like a fluke game. Whatever. The Eagles were bad. We should have won the game, but we didn't. There was too many mistakes. And, that's that. So, week 5 against the Dolphins. Let me know what you guys think this game in the comment section down below. I know this is kind of a long video, but I just had a lot of things to say. So, yeah. If there's anything we got of this game, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle, they went off. They left off where they came from. Brandon Ayuk left off where he came from, Arizona State. Kittle left off where he came from, before he got hurt. So, hell of a game by both of them. But other than that, we just got to be a better football team. We had a chance. We should have won that game, whether we had people out or not. So, that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always, go Niners. I'll be back in a couple days with a preview video on week 5. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.